was raining when we arrived in St. John's, but nothing a couple of pints along with some fish and chips and steamed mussels couldn't cure while we waited out the weather. We checked into our Airbnb, which was a pretty nice basement apartment on the East End. Nothing spectacular, but it did the job. The weather improved in the afternoon, so we headed to our first proper objective of the trip. Being the child that I am, this was obviously going to be very high on our to-do list.
There's a town in Newfoundland, which is in Canada, that has... Well, maybe you guys know about this.
Well, tonight in your community, Amanda is in the town of Dildo.
I love, like, dildo.
Guillermo, pack your things. We're taking the show to Dildo.
Let's go!
We only planned a short visit to Dildo, but it was long enough to get us to fly the drone, take a few selfies, and have dinner at the Dildo Brew Pub. They had really good pizza, even better beer. Definitely worth the drive out there.
In the merry month of June, from me home I started, left the girls in tune, so sad and broken hearted, saluted father dear. Kiss me darling, mother drank a pint of beer, me griefs and tears, his mother, and off the reap the point, leave where I was born, and a stout black thorn to back.
There's one specific thing. See, a lot of people says you needs patience, that's true. People says you needs whales, that's true also. Right? But there's one characteristic that makes the best whale watchers. That's being a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Woo! Struck a nerve. No, it's true, folks. They got the most patience. They do believe. Right? Always next year. Always next year.
There's always next.
Certainly not this one.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Off our port side.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a video.
See, there are toothed whales and there are baleen whales. Look at those in the dock.
A minke whale?
See, there are toothed whales.
There it is. There it is.
Right off our starboard quarter there now, folks. Off our... We got the fin coming right in off our port as well. My goodness! You can't ask for much better, folks. You really simply can't.
The biggest thing they can typically eat is a herring or mackerel. So if you had figured out, any of you are Canadians fans and you thought you were going to throw in
Dark browns and dark purples. And the birds are pretty artistic. They put a bit of white in there too.
A lot of weight.
Does anybody want to take a guess at what the name of this cove is?
Guano?
Pretty close. Puffin Cove? Beautiful Cove? Rainbow Cove? Color Cove? Nope. Like I said, take a picture, and when you're done on your trip and you're home on the couch, scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, whatever suits your fancy, well, you can post a picture. You can caption it. Wow. What a great time I had with Adderall's Puffin and Whale Watch. What a beautiful picture I took of Shit Rock Cove.
Shit Rock Cove.
Oh, I can see it now when I've zoomed in.
Where the grass meets the rock. And the third biggest difference between the birds and the puffins, well, the birds are very noisy. And with all the birds that you're hearing out here, folks, the one bird you're not hearing is the puffin. Puffins are relatively noiseless bird. You'll only hear a couple of low mumbles and grumbles at them. But the birds
Oh, you did kind of get him in the side, but he's still big. Oh, God. Do not fall out.
Oh my God.
Oh, attaboy. All right. Keep that over the edge. Want to kiss your fish?
Yes. God, this thing could eat me.
Go ahead, watch the teeth.
Kiss him on the nose.
There you go.
Holy smokes. Here, man.
That thing could eat my nose more.
Here, I'll come around.
Ow, he's biting me on the inside.
He's biting you.
Got it? Jimmy's going to be so pissed. All right, drop her down again.
This is where we decided to have our coffee this morning. It's not a bad view. Signal Hill was the site of the final battle of the 7 Years' War, where the French surrendered St. John's to the British in 1762. And in 1901, the first transatlantic wireless transmission was received here, a message in Morse code originating from Cornwall in the United Kingdom. We were lucky enough to time it right and catch this musket firing display. It also has some really impressive hiking trails. After a nice relaxing morning, we turned it up to 11 for the afternoon.
Harry! Let's bring the Royal Order of Screeches to order. I understand we got a bunch that want to get screeched in here tonight. Hopefully, becoming right proper honorary Newfoundlanders, yes? Hey.
Hi.
I need you to take a small bite. Do not worry about it if you're a vegetarian, as there's hardly any meat. My knife. There we go. Yeah, I know. I tell you, this is gourmet bologna. His real name was Giovanni Caboto. He was an Italian explorer. We know him as John Cabot because the English paid for his travels, and that's just how the English wanted his name to sound. In 1497, John Cabot sailed the Atlantic on his boat, the Matthew, all the way from Bristol, England to Bonavista Bay, Newfoundland. And one place in particular that we traded with was with Jamaica, because in Jamaica they make rum. And we love rum. We loved it so much we would actually get that on that wharf and we would kiss that fish goodbye, knowing it was coming back to us in the way of rum. So in keeping with that time and honored tradition, I have a little buddy for you to meet.
Oh, that's a tiny one.
This is a real Newfoundland codfish. Given the chance, this fish could grow to the height of 6 feet tall and weighed as much as 140 pounds. This fish will not grow any more than this because it's dead. It's frozen and it fits perfectly in my freezer.
At least buy me dinner first.
So always remember to be kind. I'd like to dedicate my toast to him and say, here's to health and your company and one for the lasses. Let's drink and be merry out of our glasses. Let's drink and be merry, but that's the refrain, for we may or may not ever all be here again. Off the lips, over the gums, look out, gullet. Here she comes.
Cheers. Cheers, Kevin.
I didn't know it's so bad.
Do it. You ever get to it?
Oh, it's delicious.
You never get to it. Do it again.
Okay?
It's good rum.
Okay, now.
This is what departures looks like in the evening in St. John's. Yeah, we're like the only ones here. Go on.
Veuillez continuer à respecter la distanciation physique à l'intérieur de l'aérogare. Nous vous remercions pour votre coopération. Please continue to practice physical distancing while in the terminal building. Thank you for your cooperation.